The age, I think it was around about 4, that's when I noticed something was different about Ethan. I know it was the late speech and stuff, and my brother mentioned to me, he was mentioning, hey, don't you think there's something wrong, maybe something wrong with him because he keeps sitting up close to the television. So that's when I went and took him to the doctor, and he was diagnosed with autism.
Aaron was a premature baby, born 1 pound and 12 ounces, and his expectancy was not great. He wasn't expected to live, but we all know what God has for you, it is for you. So he made it through. And Aaron was diagnosed at 6 years old with autism.
Cameron came to live with me when he was 11 years old. He was abused by his mother. And we went to court, I got custody of him, and it was hard. I mean, it was very hard. He was always a smart child, but he didn't have focus. And when we came, it was like one day after the next, trying to teach him the simple things.
With autistic kids, you have to have repetition. And so that helped carry on into his school life, and then now today in his productive life as a working young man.
The worst thing you can do as a parent of an autistic child is to hold them back. Coming to this program is going to give your child the job skills, the education, the people skills that they really desire, because that's the one thing about autistic kids, that they don't want to be around people.
A lot of the interns to come in to Project Search with the exceptionality of autism, their social skills are not up to par. So we take the time to role play different scenarios to try to get them to communicate more. And that's difficult because they're coming from being loners most of the time to themselves. So we try to incorporate, when they go into their various work training areas, eat in the break rooms in their areas, socialize with their coworkers. Ask them like, how was your day? How was your weekend?
I work every day, all the time when I'm working here. I come to work here at 9:15. And I just started working. I need to work hard, so I had to be patient because I need to learn a few things.
Each and every day, I get this sense of that I belong, and I love that feeling coming in, seeing them each and every day. They speak to you, they let you know that, hey, Miss Faustina, you're someone who matters, and I love that feeling. Working with the staff here, I have to say that the staff at UAB has been like a family to the Project Search team, and we interact extremely well.
Since I coordinate the disability management program, I have relationships with many here in the hospital and work with them in general to provide employment opportunities for individuals with disabilities. So this is an expanded role where we're able to work specifically with the Birmingham City School System and many of our collaborators with the Alabama Department of Rehab Services and many other community agencies to provide opportunities for individuals here at UAB.
We're in our 3rd year of Project Search here at UAB Hospital, and it continues to grow and develop and be very successful. We've had probably around 25 participants in the program, and I know as of today, 15 of those are currently employed at UAB Hospital across the organization.
The interns kind of select and tell us where they would like to work, but with viewing those transferable skills and assessing them, then we as the team collaborate to see how well they're retaining the information and actually being very productive with what they're doing.
The pharmacy is actually one of our greatest supporters here at UAB Medicine. We initially talked to them about the program. They jumped on board. They really saw the value in the program and that the interns would be able to perform certain functions and do really well in their area. And it's really been a successful outcome all the way around.
I have to say, if we had an exceptionality that would be, the exceptionality to be in places like pharmacy or central sterile, it would have to be autism, because it is just something about the way that they do process information and have the ability to retain a lot of information and to be very speedy and accurate when they are working.
I started first working at the UAB when I was 20, and I did a good job, so I got hired to do a good job some more. So I started sorting the medicines in the carousels and putting the medicines in the bags in the IV room.
The training that Project Search does with the interns is phenomenal. And they're going to be with you the whole time. They're going to make sure that you're comfortable, your employees are comfortable, and also the intern is comfortable.
Well, Aaron has always been independent, but he's been more independent since he came through the program, and he's more outgoing now, and he loves to work.
Since my son Cameron has come to Project Search, he talks more, he's more independent. If you want that for your child, this is the place for them to be.
I would say in the beginning, the interns were really wanting to please their instructors with Project Search. You could tell that they had appropriate training before they arrived, and you could tell that they really wanted to do a great job. So it was very important for us to give them feedback on how they were doing initially. And once we were able to reinforce their positive behavior through praise or just acknowledging that they were doing a great job, you could really then see them open up and bloom into the great employees that they've become.
So the first intern that is now employed with us in the pharmacy is Aaron Grant, and he's there and he's doing a phenomenal job.
Aaron he's very quiet, but he likes to sing. And so initially that was a little bit of a problem because he would deliver medications and sing as he was doing it. But after everybody understood with the program and how Aaron was and understood his personality, they've been welcoming too. There have been a couple of times where we said, well, it's okay to sing, just not so loudly.
We have another intern that the pharmacy also hired, Ethan Major, and he's there and he's doing extremely well. So they've interned in different areas, but really found that the pharmacy was an excellent fit for them.
They mentioned something about our patient escort. He didn't like patient escort too much, but he loved pharmacy. That's where his heart was, so, They said and told me they got him a job in the pharmacy. He was happy and I was happy too.
I want myself, I like doing the job. Also, don't let nobody down, and also be more responsible.
One thing about Ethan is he's going to tell you hello, good morning when he comes in the door, and he's going to tell you to have a good day when he leaves, and he expects you to do the same thing. And so that's been really great, because sometimes when you're in an area that's as busy as the pharmacy department and you're doing the same things over and over and you're working under deadlines, it can be really easy to get bogged down in your day. And I tell you, when Ethan comes in the door and he says good morning to you, it will brighten your day.
With the 3 interns who are working in pharmacy, their personalities just sort of gelled with the pharmacy environment. It's a quiet kind of environment, but it keeps them busy. That's what we learned with the exceptionality of autism, that you have to keep them busy on task, because when they have that downtime, that's when things happen where their triggers kind of come out, and they're either pacing or they're getting up, walking away. So as long as you can keep them busy and the pharmacy department meets that criteria, there is never a dull moment in pharmacy. There's always work to do.
So here they help us with sorting. They also help us with delivery of medications. They also help us keep us organized. They are very organized and detail-oriented. So if something's out of place, they're going to put it back in its place, and we appreciate that.
That's one thing about kids with autism. Some of them, they're to a T. Everything has to be detailed to them, but you have to sit down and tell them, because sometimes they get frustrated with it. You have to teach them, well, that's life, everything's not going to fall in order,
Cameron, our newest intern, we placed him in an area that's very difficult to train most people, and it's sorting things based on codes. And so it takes most people several days, if not several weeks, to really understand the process fully and to excel at it. And even then they make mistakes. But Cameron, he learned the process probably in about 5 to 10 minutes, and he's had a 0 error rate since he's been doing that task.
And what I do is I sort all the medicines in the brown bags and in the alphabetical order. I also make medicated returns for various departments throughout the hospital.
I like to say that we kind of are behind the scenes, encouraging and supporting, but they eventually sell themselves. Their personalities really come out, and they can actually do the job as well as the employees that are working in the department.
They learn about the work that they're doing, but they also learn about how to work with other people, how to be successful, how to be on time for work, things that we all need to know and understand to be successful in life. It's really developing them as people, not as employees, not as interns, not as project search participants, but as people.
As a parent, there's not a book you can read and say, okay, this is how you be a parent. But with an autistic child, it's even more harder because now you have to find a different way to teach them. And like I said, with Project Search, he's taught me more.
It made me feel so warm inside because they have embraced my son, because everybody doesn't understand autism and they don't know how to entertain or interact with a young adult, with young or old adult with autism. So yes, I've been very grateful.
In Project Search, in Project Search, I need to learn a lot of things. So I learned to stay on task, stay focused, and be loyal.
I have an excellent productivity where I'm very fast without making various mistakes.
I'm happy that they're all here and doing such a wonderful job, and really that the pharmacy actually, chose us and allowed us to come on board with the program.
We all have a sense and desire to want to give back to the community, and this is one way that a lot of people may not have thought about before. And this is one way we can make a difference, not only in the employee's life in their job as an employee, but also in their personal life and helping them grow as an individual.
At home, I wash my clothes every Thursday, and I iron my clothes every Friday. In fact, for next week.
I feel like I'm a good father, but with him, he's a great son. And he always corrects me now. It's like if I do something wrong, if I get in the car and don't put my seatbelt on, Dad, put your seatbelt on, or just, that's the smallest thing, Dad, you left that light on.
Also, I do the wash dishes, clean up, and also vacuum when I get in the house.
He's like on a set schedule. Like I tell him, it's too bad you can't pass it on to your younger brother. I wish you could. But it's been great. I mean, it's been great. I mean, it teaches him more of like to be independent, and you ain't got to sit there and tell him nothing.
Our focus here at UAB Hospital is really on improving people's lives. That's what we do every day. And so this is one more way that we can do that, one more way we can serve others and really bring a better quality of life for our community.
I didn't want Aaron to be one of those young adults with disabilities that sit at home and let his brain cells deteriorate. I don't want him to sit at home and play games and watch television. I want him to be a productive part of society. And Project Search has provided that for him.
I went to a lot of schools over my years. I needed to learn to get a good grade, a good education. So I tried my whole life just to make my mother proud of me. When I was a little kid, I tried over and over and just to make her proud.